Now we're cooking. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff is right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings with Kirk Cousins leading the way. Cousins surprisingly efficient in his first season as a member of the Vikings. He hit on better than 70% of his passes, second only to Drew Brees, and was actually just the 6th ever NFL quarterback to finish a season above that 70% mark.
Right here.
Play action now. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he do?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Let's go! That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Adam Thielen deep to receive from Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. Got some room at the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
54 much. Check. 154.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on a Giants touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cook. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. But look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. On play action, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Cousins pass complete to number 18. Touchdown, Minnesota.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the training.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Torres. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Torres. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 30.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He's got his man Sharp complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run. Cook. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the field. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game,
after the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Cousins on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 54 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to... Most of them...
Tighten up. Pull it together. Got it. Come on, God, 55. Let's go, G. Ready, go.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out.
Rosas to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Here's Madison. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Cousins now from the 50. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Bailey's kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
A first-half update now from Philadelphia. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. Carson Wentz hooking up with his guys early and often. 3 first-half touchdowns. Offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Ready. We own it. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range. First down, here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, Cousins. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Red, 60, orange, 40. Red, go.
They'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in our nation's capital. The defending champs, New England, in town to take on Washington. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. LeGarrette Blount, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let one fly. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Roses now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
What we got?
Here's Madison running on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Hey, check. 3 brings up second.
Going to run with Madison again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Draw play, Madison. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want it.
Tucson. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That's where you belong.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives.
But you know how in baseball...
Here we go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Madison. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Another carry now for Madison. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A first down throw for Cousins. That's going to be caught. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Cousins. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, the air out of the ball, right?
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
On first down, Barkley able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Well, pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Barkley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Rosas' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach is...
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Madison. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. So
they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point try by Bailey. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Amir Abdullah that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards.
And when they do that...
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback hand. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That time a 6-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just but just that quiet.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Sterling Shepard, 37 yards. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He can't get him down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance. 1st and 10.
Set. 70 in. Check. Watch it before. Here we go. And go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Torres. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every position is a flag.
Rosas to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins. He shakes him off. Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. He was bobbing and weaving and trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end, did it?
Impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now in desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
4th down, Cousins. And no, it's incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll blitz them, put pressure.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Ready, 90, Wolf. Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,